Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet. All truths are but half-truths. All paradoxes may be reconciled. Have you ever felt stuck in a rut, where joy seems miles away from your current sorrow, or success feels like the opposite of your daily struggles? Picture this. You're facing a career setback, like a young adult navigating job uncertainty, feeling lost in a sea of rejections, or as a mid-career parent, juggling endless work demands, while your family life slips away, creating that exhausting pull between ambition and peace. Even in later years, reflecting on a lifetime, you might wonder why contentment eludes you amid regrets. These extremes aren't enemies, they're connected, waiting for you to bridge them. Today, we'll uncover the Law of Polarity. At the end, we'll explore the real success story of Maya Angelou, a story that truly embodies the law discussed in this video. If this resonates with you, hit that subscribe button now to join our community discovering timeless wisdom. Like this video if you're ready for transformation, and comment below, what's one polarity in your life you'd like to shift? Let's build this together.
Introduction to the Law. The Law of Polarity is a universal principle that reveals how everything in life exists on a spectrum of opposite. Think of it as the idea that hot and cold aren't separate forces, they're just different degrees of temperature. This law matters because it empowers you to navigate life's dualities, turning negatives into positives by understanding their interconnectedness. In everyday experiences, like feeling motivated one day and defeated the next, or loving deeply while fearing loss in relationships, this law shows that these aren't fixed state. They're fluid, and with awareness you can shift from one end to the other. For young adults facing career fog, it offers clarity by flipping doubt into direction. Mid-career folks find balance in chaos, and mature adults build legacies by embracing both triumphs and trials. It's a tool for resilience, reminding us that every challenge holds its opposite, opportunity. The essence of the law. The Law of Polarity states that all things have two sides, poles that seem opposed but are really the same essence in varying degrees. Its power lies in the ability to transmute one state into another, influencing every aspect of human experience from emotions to achievements, unlocking profound personal growth. How the law operates. Let's really unpack this, my friend. The Law of Polarity isn't some abstract idea tucked away in old books. It's a living force that shapes how our world ticks. Imagine it as the invisible thread connecting light and dark, up and down. But how does it actually work? We'll break it down step by step, starting with its logical roots, then moving into how it plays out in your daily life. I'll keep it straightforward, with examples you can nod along to. And hey, as we go, I'll pause for you to reflect, because true wisdom sinks in when you make it personal. First, the logical foundation. This law draws from ancient philosophies, like the Hermetic teachings in the Kybalion, which we quoted earlier. It says opposites aren't enemies, they're two ends of the same stick. Think about it philosophically. In Eastern thought, like Taoism, yin and yang represent this duality. Dark needs light to exist, feminine balances masculine. They're not at war, they flow into each other. Scientifically, it's everywhere too. In physics, every magnet has a north and south pole. You can't have one without the other. Electricity flows because of positive and negative charges. Even in chemistry, acids and bases oppose each other on the pH scale, but they're just degrees of the same property, hydrogen ion concentration. Psychologically, this makes sense through concepts like cognitive dissonance or emotional spectrums. Carl Jung talked about the shadow self. Our dark side isn't separate, it's part of our whole psyche. Modern psychology echoes this in emotional intelligence models, where feelings like joy and sadness aren't isolated, they're on a continuum. You can shift from one to the other by changing your perspective or actions. The key? Polarity operates through vibration or degree. Nothing is fixed. Everything vibrates at a frequency. Raise the vibration, say, from fear to courage, and you transmute the state. It's not magic, it's mental alchemy. Now, let's get into the human application. This is where it hits home, especially for you watching. We'll tie it to relationships, career, emotions, and mindset, areas we all wrestle with. Start with emotions. Ever felt overwhelmed by anxiety? That's one pole, low vibration, fear-based. But the opposite, calm confidence, is on the same scale. How do you shift? By recognizing the polarity and deliberately moving up. For instance, if you're a young adult in your 20s or 30s, staring at career uncertainty, like endless job hunts or doubting your path, that confusion is the negative pole. But flip it. What if that doubt is just the starting point for clarity? Practice small steps like journaling your strengths and watch the shift. I've seen it in countless stories. People who turn panic into purpose. Pause here for 5 seconds. Think, what's an emotion you're stuck in right now? Could you name its opposite and one tiny action to bridge them? Okay, moving on. In relationships, polarity shows up big time. Love and hate? Same energy, different degrees. You might feel disconnected from a partner, that cold distance pulling you apart. But warmth and connection are right there. Shift by focusing on shared positives like a kind word or shared memory. For mid-career adults, say 35 to 50, juggling work-life balance, this is gold. Emotional intelligence thrives here. Instead of resenting long hours, one pole, exhaustion, embrace the polarity to find fulfillment, the other, achievement. Reframe it, those hours build security for your family. It's not about denying the hard, it's about seeing the balance. Light humor alert. Ever argue with someone and think, we're polar opposites? Well, you are, but that's the point. Use it to grow closer, not drift apart. Career-wise, failure and success are classic poles. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb on try one. He failed thousands of times. But each flop was a step toward triumph. For you in mid-career, facing burnout or stalled promotions, that frustration is the low end. Apply the law. Analyze what the failure teaches, then pivot. Young folks, resilient through job rejections? View each no as closer to yes. Mature adults, 50 to 80, building legacies? Regrets from past choices, negative pole, can flip to contentment by sharing wisdom with others. In mindset, it's transformative. A fixed mindset, I can't change, versus growth, I can learn. Same spectrum. Psychology backs this. Carol Dweck's research shows shifting to growth builds resilience. Overcome negative thoughts by affirming the positive pole. Daily life example. Stuck in traffic, fuming, anger pole? Shift to gratitude for the podcast time, peace pole. It's practical, not preachy. Society reflects this too. Look at economic cycles. Boom and bust are poles of the same flow. In nature, day turns to night seamlessly. Winter's barrenness leads to spring's bloom. These aren't random, they're polar shift. But here's the power. You control the dial. By awareness and intention, you neutralize extremes. Feel poor? Focus on abundance in non-material ways, like relationships, and watch opportunities appear. It's cause and effect, your thoughts vibrate, attracting the matching pole. For our American audience, individualism shines here. We value self-made success, right? Polarity empowers that, turn obstacles into stepping stones. Resilience? It's baked in. Every setback holds its triumph. Mini challenge. This week, spot one polarity in your work. If it's overwhelm versus focus, what one habit shifts you? Share in comments, we're in this together. Psychologically, it ties to neuroplasticity. Your brain rewires with repeated shift. Start small. From procrastination to action, just set a 5-minute timer. In health, pain and pleasure in exercise, push through and vitality emerges. Spiritually, doubt leads to faith if you embrace the spectrum. We've covered the how, logic from philosophy to science, applications in real life. Remember, the law operates neutrally. Your awareness activates it. You're not victim to poles. You're the navigator. Real-world applications and impact. Now that we've dug deep into how the law of polarity works, let's make it real. How does this play out in your world? We'll explore key areas like work, relationships, health, emotions, and spirituality, spots where duality hits hardest. I'll compare those who apply the law versus those who ignore it, with everyday US examples to build that connection. Feel the resonance? It's about turning insight into action, fostering achievement and resilience. Let's go. Start with work. In careers, polarity shows as challenge versus opportunity. Apply it and you thrive. Ignore it and you stagnate. Take a young adult in their 20s, fresh out of college in a tough job market. Like in cities such as New York or San Francisco, where entry-level roles are scarce. The pain point: rejection emails pile up, breeding doubt. But knowing polarity, you flip it. Each no refines your skills, leading to that yes. Result? Clarity and resilience, landing a role that fit. Those who ignore? They spiral into bitterness, quitting pursuits too soon. Contrast. A mid-career professional, say a tech worker in Silicon Valley facing layoffs. Negative pole. Uncertainty. Apply the law, reframe as a chance to upskill or pivot industries, and you emerge stronger, maybe starting a side hustle. Ignore it and burnout wins, leading to job hopping without growth. Impact? Appliers build fulfilling careers. Ignorers face chronic dissatisfaction. US example. During the 2020 pandemic, many shifted from job loss, despair, to entrepreneurship, empowerment, boosting small business booms. In relationships, it's harmony versus conflict. Pain points vary. Young adults might deal with dating app fatigue, feeling isolated. Flip polarity. See solitude as space for self-growth, attracting better connections. Mid-career? Work stress strains marriages, creating emotional distance. Apply. Balance by prioritizing date nights, turning tension into intimacy. Mature adults. Loneliness in retirement, empty nest or loss. Embrace polarity. View it as freedom for new bonds like community volunteering. Those who apply foster deep, resilient ties. Ignorers endure breakups or resentment. Real life. In American suburbs, couples therapy often teaches this, shifting arguments, hate pole, to understanding love. Impact. Stronger families, less divorce stats. Health next, vitality versus ailment. Emotions tie in here too. 4 emotions: anxiety, low pole, to peace, high. Apply, mindfulness shifts it. Health-wise, sedentary life, discomfort, to active, energy. Young folks, gym intimidation? Start small, turn dread into habit. Mid-career. Stress eating from deadlines? Reframe food as fuel, balancing indulgence with nutrition. Mature. Aging aches? See them as cues for gentle yoga, flipping decline to maintenance. Ignorers? They suffer chronic issues like rising US obesity rates from ignoring dietary polarity. Appliers? Longer, happier lives. Think Blue Zone's principles, adapted American style with apps like Peloton turning laziness into motivation. Spirituality, doubt versus faith. In a fast-paced US culture, many feel spiritually empty amid materialism. Apply polarity. Use doubt as a catalyst for deeper seeking, like joining a meditation group. Young adults find purpose beyond hustle. Mid-career gain work-life peace. Mature build legacies through mentoring. Ignore? Emptiness persists, leading to midlife crises. Example. Post 9/11, many Americans shifted fear to unity, strengthening community faith. Compare broadly. Appliers embody individualism, taking charge, achieving goals with resilience. They overcome setbacks like economic dips by seeing abundance in scarcity. Ignorers? Trapped in victim mode, blaming externals, missing growth. Emotional resonance builds. Imagine your life elevated, less stress, more joy. It's inspiring, right? Poll time. Comment, Which area will you apply polarity first? Work, relationships, or health? Let's inspire each other. U.S. social phenomena. The self-help boom from books like The Secret shows this, people flipping poverty mindsets to wealth. Or mental health awareness. Post-pandemic, therapy rates rose as folks shifted isolation to connection. Impact? Tangible. Higher retention in jobs, stronger bonds, better well-being. It fosters contentment for elders, emotional IQ for mids, clarity for youth. You're equipped now, embrace it, and watch life transform. Story of a great individual. Let me share a story that brings the law of polarity to life in a way you'll never forget. It's about Maya Angelou, an iconic American poet, memoirist, and civil rights activist born in 1928 as Marguerite Annie Johnson. She lived through the turbulent mid-20th century, a time marked by racial segregation, economic hardship, and personal turmoil in the United States. Growing up in the Jim Crow South, Maya faced the harsh realities of being black in a divided America, shuttling between her grandmother's home in rural Arkansas and her mother's in St. Louis. Her unique circumstances? A childhood shattered by unimaginable pain, yet one that forged her into a voice for millions. The challenges started early and hit hard. At just 7 years old, Maya was raped by her mother's boyfriend, a traumatic event that left deep scars. When she bravely spoke up, the man was convicted, but he was murdered shortly after his release. Young Maya, overwhelmed by guilt, believed her words had killed him. This plunged her into silence. She became mute for nearly 6 years, retreating into a world of books and isolation. Imagine that polarity, from a curious child full of potential to one trapped in voiceless despair. As a teenager, she navigated poverty, became a single mother at 16 after giving birth to her son, Guy. She worked odd jobs, waitress, streetcar conductor, even in nightclubs, to survive. Discrimination dogged her steps. Opportunities were slim for a young black woman. Emotional lows piled on. Failed relationships, self-doubt, and the constant pull between survival and dreams. It was the negative pole in full force. Trauma, silence, struggle. But here's where the law of polarity shines through, even if she didn't name it that way. Maya didn't stay stuck. With the gentle guidance of a teacher, Mrs. Bertha Flowers, who introduced her to poetry and literature, Maya began to shift. She embraced the opposite end of her silence, expression. Books became her bridge, turning inward reflection into outward voice. By age 13, she spoke again, realizing words could heal, not just harm. Unconsciously applying polarity, she transmuted pain into purpose. Instead of letting trauma define her as a victim, she flipped it, using those experiences as fuel for her writing. In her 20s and 30s, she dove into the arts, dancing, acting, and touring Europe with Porgy and Bess. Back in the U.S., she joined the civil rights movement, working with Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, channeling injustice, negative, into activism, positive. The results? Astonishing achievements that embody resilience and individualism. Her autobiography, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, published in 1969, became a bestseller, earning a Pulitzer nomination. It detailed her early traumas with raw honesty, inspiring readers to face their own dualities. Maya recited her poem On the Pulse of Morning at President Bill Clinton's 1993 inauguration, a pinnacle of success from humble, painful beginnings. She earned over 50 honorary degrees, 3 Grammys for spoken word albums, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2011. Her life became a testament to flipping poles, from mute child to global orator, from oppressed to empowered influencer. The lesson? No matter how dark one end feels, the light is connected. Shift your focus, take action, and transform. Maya's story shows us that polarity isn't fate, it's an invitation to grow. And with that inspiration, let's crystallize the core message of this timeless law. Timeless wisdom, the core message. In the grand tapestry of existence, the law of polarity whispers a profound truth. Every shadow cradles a spark of light, every downfall harbors the seed of ascent, for opposites are not adversaries but dance partners in the rhythm of growth. Embrace this duality, and you unlock the alchemist within, transmuting life's leaden trials into golden wisdom, forging resilience from fragility and achievement from adversity. Let it guide you. What seems divided is whole, inviting you to navigate the spectrum with grace and intention. Now, my friend, it's your turn to pause and reflect, because wisdom isn't just heard, it's lived. Take a deep breath and think. In your own life, where do you see the law of polarity at play? For you young adults out there, chasing career clarity amid uncertainty, ask yourself, what's the opposite of this doubt I'm feeling? Could it be the confidence waiting to emerge if I take one small step, like networking or skill building? Mid-career warriors balancing work and home, reflect on that exhaustion. How might it connect to fulfillment, perhaps by setting boundaries that honor both? And for our mature viewers building legacies, consider past regrets. What's their polar opposite? Contentment through sharing your stories with loved ones? Observe your emotions this week. Notice a negative thought creeping in? Name its positive counterpart and brainstorm a bridge action. In relationships, if tension arises, ponder, how can I shift from conflict to connection with a simple act of empathy? We all face these dualities. It's human. But by reflecting, you empower yourself. Jot it down, share with a friend, or even comment below. This isn't about perfection, it's about awareness. You'll build resilience, foster achievement, and embrace your individualistic path. Let's make it personal. What one polarity will you explore today? Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the law of polarity. Your time and attention mean the world, and I'm grateful we've shared this space together. You've stuck with us, reflecting and growing, and that says a lot about your commitment to personal wisdom. My heartfelt wish for you? May you always recognize the hidden connections in life's opposites, turning challenges into triumphs, and finding peace in the balance. Embrace that polarity and watch your resilience soar, your achievements multiply, and your life fill with deeper contentment, no matter your age or stage. If this sparked something in you, come explore more timeless principles with us. Upcoming videos dive into universal laws like attraction and rhythm, packed with stories and tips for your growth. We'd love to have you back. For now, if you've gained even one insight, hit that like button. It helps spread the wisdom. Subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Official so you never miss out, and share this with someone who needs a nudge toward positivity. Drop a comment. How will you apply polarity this week? Let's build our community one reflection at a time. Until next time, stay inspired and keep shifting toward the light. Take care.